Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is my first ever playthrough of the Great Ace, not the Great Ace Attorney, Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. And the reason we're kind of rushing through this intro is because something very serious happened last episode, and we need to find out exactly what has happened to Trucy. June 16, 11:17 a.m, District Court, Defended Lobby number 2. Trucy, yeah, she got freaking kidnapped at knife point. Whoever did it's dead. You move quick, Apollo, good show. Wait, what? Trucy, you're okay. I thought... Wait, was this... Oh no, Apollo! Don't cry, Apollo! Those good-for-nothing gangsters! Oh my god, he's already so attached to Trucy, and how could you not be? There's some things you just don't do! I'm pressing charges. Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else... No, Trucy. The music's fantastic, but Trucy, what have you done? What she's done is she's given us time. Trucy, in the strangest way possible, has given us time to complete this trial. I can't believe what I'm looking at right now. Trucy, what the heck is that? More than surprised. I'm flabbergasted. Trucy, I gotta say, we appreciate the ingenuity. And now that we know you weren't actually kidnapped, you know what? I'm all for this. Trucy is like the ultimate like equalizer, because everyone's always using underhanded and crazy tactics in these trials, and we have Trucy to cheat with us. Let's go Trucy. This is one of the best tricks. The Amazing Mr. Hat. It's awesome. Like, it's really cool, but still, I was so worried. You look marvelous, darling. Are you doing the voices for this too, Trucy? He's a big hit on the stage at the Wonder Bar. Oh, yes, I am a big hit, haha. Yeah, she's moving her arm every time he talks. Well, what do you think? Do you like it? Trucy. Insane. I'm smiling from ear to ear knowing she's safe, but also like, you know what? Let's use our own tactics. She saved the day for us. You mean, you Trucy, there's some things you just don't do. I don't know, Apollo, it's pretty funny. I'm pressing... No, don't press charges against Trucy. Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me. It's you as being threatened here. Huh? Remember what you said to Walkie's father yesterday? You promised you save his son. Oh, that's true. That's Trucy. But that testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do? I can't believe what's happened. Mr. Yeah, you look marvelous, darling. Look, once the justice declares a verdict, I have a stomach pain from laughing so much. My head hurts. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will. You know what? I appreciate it. I'm so freaking... I don't know what to do. No more stage reductions, please, unless it's necessary. I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident, I can perceive when he's feeling. And as a performer, you probably can feel this way. How am I supposed to move on? You look marvelous, darling. I just love her going like, with her little ventriloquist arm. You look marvelous. It might not be anything, but it's all we've got. You can see what he's feeling? Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times when there was... Okay, I know we're being serious now, but it's hard. All the times there was a contradiction. I remember? Well, I think I remember them, sure. There were 2 times when he made statements that he wasn't confident in, and each time there was a contradiction. Let's see. In his hand he held, yes, so the pistol is the first thing. Yep. Second one, tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. So there's 2 times, yes, thank you so much, Trucy. A rock. He said the man tossed aside a pistol, but it turned out he wasn't sure, and sure enough, there was a contradiction. Yeah, the gun looks marvelous, darling. Well, that's true, but how does that help us? Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Did you see the very moment that he said the word pistol? His fingers got all tense as he fiddled with the corner of the page's book. Trucy, I love that as a performer she can notice this stuff, but like I would not have noticed this stuff by myself. So Trucy, thank you so much. How am I supposed to see that? Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker? And also, if you think about it as well with Trucy, like she's a magician, so like she's always like about the smallest little detail to hide things. You know what I mean? Like so, like she would know this stuff too. What? Wait, she's been helping him? I always sat next to Daddy during big matches. Oh my god, that's so sick. Trucy. I could see what his opponents were feeling. This is really cool the way they do this, the style of this. You mean that's how Mr. Wright won all those games? It's not cheating officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. And I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all, but not good enough to go undefeated for that long. You sweetheart. Great, so he cheated, but what does that do for us? Apollo's at his wit's end. I don't believe this. You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony, perceive the truth. Watch your testimony, perceive the truth? I mean, she's not wrong. Like, she's the closest thing we've had to, like, even getting past this trial so far. I'll go with Trucy. The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose. Not true. Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo. Mr. Wright said that. Watch the testimony, perceive his true feeling. I love that, like, we're calling so much on Trucy and Apollo and Phoenix for this. I really do. I love it so much. Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo. What was that she said before the trial started? Huh, Mr. Wright's not here today. He said his old foot injury was acting up. Yes, he smiled when he said he'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy. Yeah, he has so much trust in us. And we'll take it. Like, I'll take Phoenix's trust any day. Is this what he meant by us being fine? Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what I'm made of. Get ready for justice. Apollo. Yes, Apollo. Yes. Apollo taking, like, getting encouragement from these two is always great. Let's do this. And, like, Phoenix knows what it means to get encouragement from other people because, like, let's be honest with him as well. Like, Maya was his rock, was his thing that kept him going. And Pearl as well. Pearl was a big deal for him too. Like, they kept him going. They really did. Apollo? You know, I'm starting to think I can do this. I knew you could do it all along. Oh, and one more thing. Try to cover for Mr. Hat the best you can. I just flew for the coaster, boy, my arm's tired. Oh, this is the greatest day of my life. And he takes her hat. Your hair is beautiful, by the way. He takes her hat. Right. June 16, 11:40 a.m. Just record courtroom number 4. What do I do now that I know Mr. Hat is a thing? Like, how am I supposed to go on living? Like, that doesn't seem fair. Court is now back in session. Where's Mr. Hat? You don't get to go near Mr. Hat. Mr. Hat's a saint. You know what? Trucy saved us, man. I'm all for it. Right, we're fine. I'd like to say that the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice. Oh, you mean me? Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat? Right. Don't worry about him. I settled that. You settled that? Yes, it was an out-of-court settlement. Right. Perhaps Freyline would have believed it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it, now you don't. Am I right? I think he's onto me. No, 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 no. He's not onto you. He's an idiot. Shut up. Don't be mean to Mr. Hat. I wish you would stop being so cool. Let's dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness? Right, the defense would like to request another cross-examination because I forgot to ask something? Oh no. There is no issue with the witness' previous testimony. I will grant you your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time. Understood, Your Honor. But what if a kidnapping happens? Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his books. But look what he's fiddling with his book. When I'm not sure about stuff, I fiddle with stuff too. Okay, so he's not fiddling. He not fiddling. He fiddling. Oh, I thought we would have heard this already, no? I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor I could simply leave the scene in good conscience, or go I use... Oh, so we did hear this before. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Yeah, okay, so I was worried there for a second that I was skipping past dialogue I already read. I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all. Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot. Focus. If only were that easy. My ears hear what he says, my eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have? Oh, there it is. Remember the sense thing? Yeah. The bracelet. So the bracelet isn't just like some accessory. That's really nice. What's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow. I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony. I know this sounds crazy, but my bracelet is trying to tell me something. I mean, Mr. Hat. I love the artwork for the cross-examination. So it's number 3. So we have to press this. Hold it there, sir. So you called immediately after witnessing the murder? The police undoubtedly have the record of the call. Why not check with him? Wait, Apollo. This has to be it. Wait, you mean his habit? Yep, definitely. Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. The only time he even had the book open was here. Which means this is the place to look for the habit. I don't know how I know, but I know. Know what? It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness. Your bracelet? I'm not sure I get this focus stuff you were talking about, Trucy. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go, and trusting that Trucy gave us some information too. Okay, I just need to touch my bracelet with triangle as it reacts to testimony. Oh, I always say that too. What's going on? Yeah, like before. But did we know we did this before? I can see the witness's face expression so clearly, it's filling my mind. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else. Apollo? Trucy, what's happening to me? So, like, we did Cyclops before. Remember, Cyclops was the thing that Phoenix did. So, like, this is now the realm of possibility to me, to be honest. This is what I meant by focusing. Focusing. In this state, you can see everything Apollo, everything the witness does. But that's great. This is kind of freaking me out. Just look for Mr. Slickler's twitch, his habit. You remember, right? Sure, when he says something, he's not sure if he fiddles with a page of his book. You got it. Right now, you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes started bugging out. I'll bet they are. First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Sickler's hand. His hand? You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place. Oh, okay, she's right. I can only see his face like this. Time to try changing my viewpoint. This is pretty cool. It's like a weird visual, but like still though. Perfect. Now you're really ready. Ready for what? Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch. Perceive? Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit. Right, you mean when he fiddles with the page. That's right, that's your signal to look closer, to perceive a triangle. Find his weak spot and I guarantee you'll be able to give him the royal flush. Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter. I'm a magician, thank you very much. So I have to pay attention to his words. Yeah, she's a working girl. And his fingers. Don't worry if you miss it. You can always try again. Right, look out, nervous twitch, here I come. So, perceive? Confirm? Apollo, that's not... Wait, we have to go right on... Oh, okay, sorry. I'm kind of lost here. Remember his habit. He fiddles... Oh, so we have to do the full hand? His word he's saying right when you see his fingers is to twitch the key. Okay, here we go. We have to do this again. That's fine. Yeah, fair enough. I thought we had it because she was like, hey, you almost have it. So it's when she's saying ergo. No, not yet. No, okay, sorry, again. Go again. Here again. So it's when he twitches his fingers. Gotcha, man. Look at the visuals. What the hell? I saw it just now. I could see it. Mr. Justice, do you have something to say? All this banging of desks is quite bad for my circulation, you know. Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask a simple question. Why did you fiddle with your page, the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone. What are you talking about? Yeah, the fiddling. The fiddling. You know what you're talking about, the fiddling. Don't make me make it, Mr. Hat. I'm curious now about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask? Ask for his number, ask to see his phone, ask to see his phone. Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone. Why? Whatever for? Show me and you'll find out. Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see. We found your cell phone, I think, didn't we? You don't have it? Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone? Oh my god, what a beast. What a beast. Yow, where did you get that? That's the phone from yesterday. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment? Wait a minute. What is the meaning of this? This cell phone was found yesterday in the Marakatis Clinic garage. The Marakatis Clinic? Why, that's where the victim lived. Yeah, oh, that's impossible. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? And if your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police? There we go. He's talking about the UK as well. British. We got him. It's true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. That is why it can be said that I called the police from a public payphone. A payphone? So you didn't call on your cell phone after all? Just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler? Well, to indicate it with a startling high degree of accuracy, it was right around here beside Mr. Wright's office. That's quite a ways away from the park. But why did you lie? There can only be one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone. Because it was found in the victim's garage. What are you saying? I love these moments. I love these moments when we're able to get this guy like this. Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Marakatis Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all. But that's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime. As though I were trying to kill him. Well, Dr. Marakatis was killed that night. Well, yes, but no. This line of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true. I lost my cell phone, but you can't prove that I lost it that night. Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicion as to the connection with the crime. Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime. Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Truce is our rock. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? Do we have... Okay, let's see. Of course I have the evidence. Oh, I like your swagger, Air Forehead. Hit it. Stop calling me Air Forehead. This court will see the evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say. The evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder. So let's see. I want to say the car mirror. Maybe. And he dropped... let me think about this. So we could say the car mirror because then he was there. 10 p.m. What is okay? Let's read the cell phone first. Found the America's Clinic garage meeting property of Wesley Stickler. Torn off car that hid Mr. Wright's. Okay, in front of the America's Clinic. I wonder, because it has to be this, right? Somehow? No? That's a side view mirror. As it so happens, Dr. Morris Connick was in an accident that took place the night of the murder. An accident? An accident. That's the only one that really fit, wasn't it? It happened a little after 9 p.m. just outside People Park. Our murder scene. Dr. Mercatus' car hit a pedestrian. What are you trying to say? From the absence of a mirror, it's clear that the car was parked after the accident, which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. Oh, yeah, there you go. After all, it was lying on the ground right under the wheel. That was Trucy. That was Trucy who said that. Give credit to Trucy. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in the garage was after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder in the park. Oh! Mr. Stickler, you know what this means. You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected, Mr. Justice. Are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Paul Mercatus? No, stop. This is too much. This can't be happening. Prosecutor, say something. I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and the Paul Mercatus yet. We have to figure it out, don't we? That is other than this. I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. Is the witness prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I know that face. That's the face of guilt. Perceived guilt. Stickler's truth. That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. We're gonna press the hell out of that, brother. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand all as clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. Okay. Yes, but your cell phone was lying in the garage. Ah, yes. Well, as you can see, my model cell phone is a defect. It is given to rolling. It is quite pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know. That it would not roll. Do not do this to me. Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. That's funny. My braces didn't react all during that testimony. His nervous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time around. Right, no problem. I hope. Here comes Justice. Imagine your last name being called Justice and you're gonna be like, here comes Justice. Here we go, let's see this now. Last night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. That's when you passed in front of the Mercatus Clinic? Why, yes, that's correct. That was a pretty suspicious pause there. Mr. Stickler, do you think you could be a bit more specific? Please show the exact route you took on the night of the murder. Of course. The supermarket is here along the main road. Actually, really nice to have it right by your house, Eldoon. My way home from there takes me past the Mercatus Clinic. That is probably when I dropped my cell phone. Yet where was I? I walked on unaware of my loss. And walked right into that fateful park. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I guess we can press this as well? Which entrance did you enter from the park from? Well, to be exact, one might say that I went in from the entrance closest to the Mercatus Clinic. The same entrance our victim used? Did you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance? I have no recollections of such a thing now. Yet, though I might have missed the tracks, I could not miss what happened next. I'm a keen observer of the obvious, you might say. I saw the killer and the victim in the stand all as clear as day. I'm going to press a lot of this stuff because, again, I'm not quite sure which one we're going to be pressing. And we might check the evidence. And maybe Trucy might give us some, like, hints as well. This part of the testimony is the key. I know it. Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? Oh! What should we do? So, okay, let's think about this. We can probably press multiple times on this situation. If we press about the victim, he's just going to describe the victim that we have, the defendant, or we know who the victim is. So maybe the noodle stand? Do you happen to remember the noodle stand? Quite well, yes. For a student of sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. Hold on a second. Could you read the sign? Look at this, Apollo. Mr. Eldoon spelled his name backwards on the side. It's... Eldoon is noodle backwards? I didn't know. I couldn't even see it. I think it says noodle. As in Eldoon noodles. Oh, I get it. So the name of his store is the same whether you read it forward or backwards. Yeah, I guess it would be, well, except for the last S. Then how about a store called Team Meat? So it's Team... Oh, yeah, true. Close, but that would be... Oh, you know, she's right. He's right, actually. I'm bad. And what kind of store is that? Why, a store that sells meat. It's not meat unless it's Team Meat. She's right. Is there anything else we can notice about this? I'm trying to catch him in a lie. He said he could read the sign. Man, look what we can do with this. This stand is tiny. Maybe not. I believe it said... noodle. Yes, that was it. Wait a second. From where he was standing... Hold on a second. Let's see for a second. It said noodle. It says Eldoon on it, actually. For remembering something quite well, it sure took you a while to tell us. And thank you for telling us that noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice? What about that sign? Could that be important? Because it says Eldoon, right? So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle? It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Maybe, if I'm wrong, if this noodle stand's broth really that delicious, I'll have to go sample the wares of one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can't match up to the IVU's cafeteria. It definitely can. College cafeteria food. Unless you have, like, in fairness, though, the ladies in there, like, when in my college, just work really hard with, like, really not great materials is what the problem is. And also, like, I remember, like, when I was in college, there was also that situation where, like, the actual, like, chefs in there, the ladies in there that were cooking in there, the cafeteria ladies used to be like, They came to a lot of us and were like, hey, like, you know, what will make people buy more in here? And, like, you know, you were trying to be like, oh, it's no hard feelings. But, like, you couldn't just be honest and be like, yo, it's the fact that, like, in here, a chicken baguette costs $4.50, but a chicken baguette downtown costs €3. You know what I mean? And that extra €1.50 means a lot to a college student. Some applied to the school from India a taste of our smart noodles. I wouldn't mind a taste of that myself. He's just thinking about the break. So can we present the Can we try and present the noodle stand and say, like, hey, it actually said Eldoon? Is that something we can do? And you're absolutely sure the sign read noodle. From his side, it would say Eldoon. And I'm very glad we pressed the stand, because if we pressed, like, we know what the victim looks like. He would have just put the he would have just put the killer at our boy. Walkie at the scene of the crime again, so it wouldn't have helped us. Just like he my first offered me the sprays. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. That means you're probably bad at other stuff. It read, without a doubt, noodle. I see. What? Why are you looking at me like that? This guy is traumatized now. He's done forever. Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, yeah, exactly. He only saw Eldoon. This is perfect. Yeah. Here was it. Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand and carefully read what the sign says. See, the sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldoon's. Inconceivable. I love catching people in lies in this game. It was definitely Noodle for sure, positive. I'm afraid your professor was wrong about the eyesight. It wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign said Noodle, but he saw it wrong. The answer is quite simple. The witness saw the sign wrong. That would seem to be the case, yes. Apollo, the only thing that changes is the witness's eyesight. So you've proven the witness has bad eyesight and is overconfident. But that just proves he's a bad witness. It doesn't solve the case. How rude, I've not made a single mistake, I assure you. I'm a student of science, so maybe we should pick the other one. He saw it from the other side. I'll have you know. What if Mr. Stickler's right to be so confident? And if he is right about the sign, what does that mean for the entire case? What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign will be read the way Mr. Stickler claims? Yes, we saw from the other side. Okay, that's my bad. Mr. Justice, show us this spot. The witness actually viewed the stand from this location. Around here? So he was on the opposite side of this completely, which means his walk home was completely different. The witness was standing here on the opposite side. How do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldoon's, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, this side says Noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and the back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south, which means his entire walk home is compromised. Once again, you are unreliable as heck. So what? So what? What does it matter if he saw the killing from the north or the south side? It makes no difference at all. He's right. Travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. Viewed on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning. They are not. Not in this case, my friend. Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change? It changes the fact that his whole route home is different. And thank you so much, Trucy, for joining in on this. It changes everything, Apollo. Trucy, remember his testimony from before? Though, to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading. I love when they do this. The killer and the victim are facing each other here. Then at the moment that the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts, yeah, that too, his walk home and also the direction in which his head turns changes. Mr. Stickler shouts, at which point the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol. This is so cool how they do this, it's so fun. That's why the bullet hit him right in the temple, in the right temple. No contradictions, right? Right. But if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario. And how would he, like, that's a meaty walk home, isn't it? Complete. Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction. The bullet would have to have hit his left temple. In other words, someone standing at a point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible. That's right. So now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning. Indeed, you are absolutely correct, Fräulein. Because Trucy is solving this case for us, one Mr. Hat at a time. What meaning? The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north. North? Oh, that's where the witness Wesley Stickler was standing. Correct, so if he was standing to the north, then the only person he could have shot the victim, the only person who could shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself. Yeah. Order. So this is actually really heating up, but my prediction is that he also stole the undergarments for some reason, and then he shoved them in the tailpipe of the deceased. That's my estimation as well. I'm thinking that too, if he did do this. The apple didn't fall far from the tree. She's flipped this whole case on its head while still figuring it out. Yeah, she's with, like, she's not only a magician who deals in, like, fakeness. Not fakeness, but in you know, hiding stuff from people. She's also, like, the daughter of the greatest lawyer of all time. Also, the daughter of one of the greatest poker players of all time. Like, this is, like, a big deal. Like, this makes perfect sense to me. Objection! No, oh. That's the first time I've seen that. Clarify point 1 for me. 1 point for me, would you, Air Forehead? If I'm Hair Forehead, you're Air Dingus. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer. No, please, look aside. I'm really a nice guy. All my friends say so. If you have to say you're a nice guy, you're probably not a nice guy. Let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you going to do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? What can you even say in this situation? Because, like, we could accuse him of another crime and say that he stole the underwear. We could say that. And then he broke it into the place and, like, sorry guys, had to answer the door again. Yeah, accuse him of another crime. I really think that he could have done, he was the person who snatched stuff then. I don't think Wesley's a stickler as a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Yep. We said this before. We said this just like a few minutes ago, that I think he probably did this and broke in there and, like, shoved him in the tailpipe. But why did he do this though? Little freak. Actually, a little freak. Let's get him. Get Mr. Hat after him. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why now. The word confession isn't in my dictionary. That's a bad dictionary then. Air Forehead, I'm afraid it falls on you to elucidate Air Stickler's silence. Mr. Justice, did you say you were accusing the witness just now? For a crime other than murder? Your reason? I'm all ears. I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder is there? Do I have evidence that shows he's involvement in some other crime? Your evidence, the court's all eyes, Mr. Justice. So we're saying the underwear. Right? And I hate to do this, Trucy, because I think they're going to make us present this. Yeah. There we go. What a freak. Let's get him. The evidence is this. What is that? Woman's underwear? Hey, those are mine. Stop tapping your lips. Answer us. Oh no. Oh no, I think we're coming to a breakdown, are we? Yeah. Oh god. Don't look at me like that. So you admit it? It's either murder or this. You choose one. Order. Mr. Stickler, while I can't say this comes as a shock, it's not what it seems by Pythagoras' theorem. On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. I hate this guy now. We're gonna get him. We're gonna kill him. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees. I love the dog is chasing with her, like, you know? And hides himself in no other place than the Americatis Clinic garage. Why were you taking stuff, you weirdo? Incidentally, that's when he dropped his phone and shoved it in a tailpipe, yeah. These panties were dropped in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. What were you doing? Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting of this guy, especially doing it to Trucy. Let's get him. I don't care what you gotta say anymore. Let's get him. Order. Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed. It's not what it seems. Honestly, like, it's gonna take a lot of explaining, because even if, like, let's say he grabs something to clean up a spill or something, still there's plenty of other things you could grab. There's plenty of things you could grab to clean up a spill. Let's say he grabs something to stop someone from bleeding. There's plenty of other things you can grab. You know? I'm sorry, but you can use your own shirt. You can use your own t-shirt. You have clothes on. You put like I know she wasn't that afraid, but you put like some fear into both you know, the beautiful little Plum and of course our lovely Trucy as well, like, you know, and I don't appreciate it. But because you lack the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments, perhaps you are not aware of my school's name was originally written IV. Stands for intelligent. V stands for valiant. See? Your point? I'm not done. Now I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we are of IVU, science department are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting. And what greater challenge to science than a mystery? What? What are you saying? What are you even going on about? Come on, you're talking about a girl's panties here. Wait, are you saying her? No. No, you do not understand. A mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties were jail. Absolute jail. Nah, man, you can't just, you just describe you're weirdo. That's what you are. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science. A full-size car tire was only just the first mystery those panties revealed. A tire? Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties. Oh my god, he did it because it was magic. It's still weird, dude. Regardless of why he did it, right? I said it before. Like, the girl is the one who's feeling horrible now. But that's not all. First there was this tire, then a stew pot, then a frozen chicken. So did you go to a magic show and you wanted to steal? Then why'd you steal the other woman's? One mystery after another. It was a magic. I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar. Huh? He's talking about my magic panties trick. Still doesn't excuse it. I don't think it excuses it, in my opinion. I just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties, it mocks the very laws of physics. A broom and a frozen chicken. Trucy? Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits? Trucy's not like that. Trucy's very different. Mr. Stickler. You stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick? You say panties, but they are so much more than that. It's just weird. He's just weird. For me, they're an object of a serious study. Just weird. I wonder. There have been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all you? I'm sorry, but I did it for science. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Little Plum as well. Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the... No, maybe this will be the pair that would dedicate the mystery. Even the night that she chased me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Perhaps this is weird. He's a creep. This is the night like panty where I was. I, for once again, lacy, hard pattern truth slipped through my fingers. Yeah, he's just a creep. Still, that leaves one thing unexplained. Ah, you refer to our witness of the lie, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but it was in fact in the north. Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that? Be my guest, therefore. It is because... I did not hear you correctly. Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why didn't the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or even... Is it to hide the fact that he stole the other... stole Little Plum's undergarments too? Apollo. There's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler was standing isn't there a... Oh, the bin! The bin, where he put the undergarments, yeah. Well, Mr. Justice, what do you say? Do you have any evidence to show why the witness lied about his location? Yes, he put the undergarments in the bin. Yep. Dude, you stole the underwear of a Yakuza boss's wife. You are dead. You are dead. The evidence that shows why he lied is this. What more panties? How many panties are you carrying in your pocket there, forehead? Well, how many stupids are in your brain? Probably 2. These are the last, honest. These are found in the trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, we can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't. Alas, I am a failure as a scientist and a creep. I can't unravel the mysteries of unreal. Yes, even though he didn't do it to be a creep, the action is still creepy, right? So, these panties are your handiwork as well? Oh, she's so brave. She chased him all the way into there as well. And then, like... But see, here's the thing as well. No matter what, if he's doing this for science, no matter what, when the 15-year-old chased you down and you hid them in an exhaust pipe, you are legit just, like, a bad person at that point, right? Because you're just like, you know what you did is wrong. That night, I'd been chased and hounded into the Americatis clinic. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Calling it a prize as well, dude. Don't you see how I felt? Believe me, I'd rather not. I hid in the garage for a short while. Then, abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging on their clothesline by a giant mansion. A giant pair of panties. Apparently he didn't know those bloomers belonged to the mob. Yeah, that's what's... Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. I had been safe in my pocket ready to take home when I stumbled upon a murder. And also, Phoenix has a lot of friends in high places too. The murder of Dr. Mercatus. I reported what I seen, but I waited for the police to arrive. I got scared. What if they searched me? That's when you disposed of the bloomers? Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be born. Shush your mouth. A fascinating if disturbing tale. Man. But this doesn't solve who killed him. We can't just say it was our boy. I believe bring this case proceeding to a close, and I'm more than pleased to dismiss the witness for the remaining of the trial. One last thing, if I might. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin? Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely that the defendant, Walkie Kitaki, was at the scene of the crime, true? And he was very cute. He was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Walkie Kitaki has a clear motive. Indeed, the defendant Walkie Kitaki is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact, assuming there was no one else on the scene at the time. Yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the Oh, we're going to do an investigation. Fun. Yeah, baby. No problem. Two different personalities on the case here. Very well, this brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned. To be continued. Wow! Can I say that the pacing is going by at like a dazzling pace? I would actually say it's going by really well. Would you? I think you guys would agree. And I think one of the things that like the reason why it's a bit longer than most Phoenix Wright trials would be, in a second trial. But I think the reason for that is because I think there's only like 4 trials in this case, right? I think I've heard there's only like 4. I could be wrong. But still, I think the pace is actually really good. And the investigations in this game are super fun, and meeting new characters is always super fun too. I'm very, very excited to do another investigation. Very, very excited indeed. Yeah, continue on to the next chapter. Where are we going? We're back here in the Write Anything agency. June 16, 2:23 p.m. The Write Anything agency. What a train wreck that was. I'm glad we made it out of the trial alive. You did, Trucy, you did so much. Really? I had fun. Yeah, of course she had fun. She's the bravest kid I know. And Walkie made it through the day too. Yes, thanks to you. Everyone was too obsessed with the panties to bother with the real case. But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. That's great. I'm very happy for you, Trucy. I'm very happy for you. You should come, Polly. I'd love to. Yeah. Oh no. The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance. Hi, folks. I'll be here all week. Her hair's lovely. And I love the way they have the hair as well from her. Like, she doesn't care about that stuff. She really doesn't care. That's about enough of him. I like him. Hello? Oh, Alita. Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well. Oh, right. No problem. Do you think Walkie will be okay? Well, he's not guilty yet. Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month. We'll do it. Oh, congratulations. God, way to put pressure on a guy. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. What's funny about this is, like, I think this is what we're gonna have to do to, like, make him, like, see sense. You know? Dude, you have a beautiful girl, you know? A beautiful lady that's waiting for you to get married to. And she really cares about you. Do you care about her? And if he doesn't, like, that's fair enough. You know, you can't always like the person you're gonna be with, especially when it's arranged in such a way or kind of feels like arranged. But, did they want us to examine the room again, or? They actually, okay. A hot water pot sits on the magic table. Why is the stand for this table so flimsy? Oh no, it's the same thing as before. I was hoping for a more professional explanation. Well, maybe to show that there's no tricks involved? Not bad. I still think it's just that it looks better that way. Oh, because they're a little bit different actually. Some magic books are mixed in with the law books here. The magic books all look well used, but the law books are just gathering dust. That's such a nice touch. I kind of feel sorry for them. Maybe I'll read them some next time around. So they are a bit different. I actually do like that though, by the way. This is a reference to the old game, by the way. It's Charlie, the houseplant. They've had it for years, apparently. That's Mr. Charlie to you. He's been here longer after all. Right, sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Charlie. He was raised by a tribe of heathens. She's saying something to the plant as she waters it. Mr. Charlie forgives you, this time. Is there anything else I might do to please his leafiness? Those boxes frighten me. I bet I'm the first magician to figure out these make great shelves. She does seem to be putting them to good use. But if you ever want to put it back together, you have to take everything off. Don't worry, I'll clean it up soon. And we'll try cutting you up. Thanks, but I'll pass. Yeah, maybe we don't get cut up. A blue silk top hat, just like the one Trucy's wearing. It's my trademark color. Trucy blue, Trucy blue. It's lovely. I don't think you can trademark the color blue. Standing out is everything when you're up on stage. Bet you didn't know that you've got your own color too, Apollo. Crimson Justice. That's awesome. That sounds awesome. You make me sound like some second-rate superhero. I think it sounds good. At least it's better than being a first-rate super zero. She got us there. She got us there. There are all sorts of strange paraphernalia sitting on top of the piano. It seems a shame to have all these props and not do a trick or two. You asked for it. Oh, here we go, Mr. Hat. Hey, Mr. Righteous, was it? Waka waka. I can't get over how well her hair looks awesome. Justice, Mr. Hat. Apollo Justice. Ah, Justice? Apollo Justice what? That's what I want to know. I love her. This is so funny. Oh, you're hopeless. Please, make it stop. Just let me know if you ever want to visit from Mr. Hat. All the time. Any other trick but that one, please. I guess it is traumatizing as well. You know what I mean at this point? A dish of plastic spaghetti like some restaurants put on display. Where did you get this anyway? It was a birthday present from Daddy. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so happy. You don't know how long I wanted one of these. I fell asleep with it and cradled my arms and the spaghetti bent. Mental note, what she really wants for her next birthday, a bowl of plastic food. I mean, she's just like, she's a different type of kid. You know, she's a different type of kid. A giant hoop is levitate people, so tell me, how does it work? Apollo? Don't you know you should never ask a magician to explain the trick? True. I mean, you're hardly better than Mr. Stickler. Hey, I object to being placed in the same category as the panty snatcher. I agree. Enjoy the mystery. That's the way to appreciate magic. I agree. I also agree. I love knowing about stuff, but at the same time, I'm also like a big fan of just like, you know, mystery and like the unknown. An old sepia-tone photograph of a man in a silk hat. His outfit looks a lot like Trucy's, come to think of it. Aren't those clothes the best? I'd mine made to match. If you're going to be a magician, you gotta look the part. Trucy is big on appearances, I found. Okay, cool. So I think what we're gonna do is, since we ended the first chapter, I like to, like, if we end a chapter, it kind of seems to make sense to end the episode here. What we're gonna be talking about were the marriage, the Kataki's and Waki's operations. So we're gonna be talking about all this stuff next time. Is there anything we can present to her? Maybe she's seen some of this stuff? Like the gun, maybe. Have you seen this? I'm sorry, I don't know. Okay, she doesn't know anything about that. I feel so helpless. You're my only help. We'll try our best to help you whatever we can. Like, really. What about this? Oh, because she... I guess, like, you can't expect them to, like, talk about absolutely everything. You know what I mean? It's not going to work that way. Yeah, it's not going to always work that way. Maybe the knife, though? No, she doesn't know anything. Okay. Yeah. So the next time we're going to be talking to her, then we're going to start an investigation of this whole place, which I think is going to be really fun. I'm having a blast with this game. It's just, it's super great. It's a super great game. I think this trial has taught us that there's like a lot going on that we don't even know yet, and the investigation is probably going to uncover a lot more things as well. We still don't know who the killer is, and I hope it's not Waki, because have they changed the character profiles, by the way? Waki is like one of the best like designs I've seen in a game. He's so cute. And then we have this, by the way, Junior Science at Ivy University, the Witness and Panty Snatcher. Has it updated anyone else as well? Well, we don't need this. We'll check as we're going along. But thank you guys so much for supporting the series. Thank you so much for always being cool with the series. It always means the world to me that you guys are so into these games, and like every audience is different for video games, and especially for the Phoenix Wright franchise, there's always such a different vibe for every single audience. Like I feel like the Phoenix Wright audience is like really like really into character and really into like comedy, and like you're always very funny, and also at the same time like you're always very cheerful. While you look at like again like there's like differences, like just similarities with different franchises. Like the Pokemon franchises, for example, are a great audience too. I feel like the Pokemon audience, for example, are very like into like the battling aspect of it, like and getting better and like improving and like doing all this stuff. Like it's like really cool how like every audience feels different, but there's overlap because obviously Pokemon fans care about design and stuff like that too. But thank you to the Can Never Pay the Baby Gangsters here on Patreon: Tyfire02, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, Normal Cara, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yuled, Radish, Fruity, Orange Bang, Summer Oasis, Death Trap, Anusta, Ciabatta Bread, and Malcolm Come Day. Thank you so much for everything, guys, and I'll see you guys very soon. Yeah, if you guys think this is probably the best way to do this as well, like I always like take suggestions as well, what you guys think. For me, it just makes sense once we finish a chapter to kind of like be like, okay, if we can, sometimes you will finish a chapter like at the start of the video, but if we have, I mean, it kind of makes sense. But you guys can always like give some your input as well. Before we go, I actually do want to learn more about the marriage and what we're doing here with these guys. Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family? I'm fine with it, and I love Waki with all my heart. Oh, that's so sweet. So it doesn't bother you that you'll be, married to the mob? I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Waki first meet anyway? So maybe it's not arranged, maybe I'm just getting mixed up here. Good question. Miss Yao doesn't look like the type to have a gangster connections. Oh, we met at my old job, actually. An office romance. She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? I mean, it's probably kind of like scary, especially when you're in like in with some Yakuza, Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business? Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being gangster. He seems that way. Maybe he wants to start cooking or something, or like something to do with dogs or foxes. He's trying to transfer his assets to a normal company. He only announced it recently, out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks. I wonder if this explains the apron. Possibly. I can't imagine Waki going along with all that. He's highly motivated, isn't he? That's how you know she's in love, by the way. When you explain their faults as a strength? Heck yeah. That's not the word I would have used. He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world. That's not the way I would have put it. His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kitaka family has been making a killing recently. Again, not the way I would have put it. But Waki says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Oh, a generation gap. They've even got the ever-classic what about the family business thing going on. Usually it's about the father worried about that tradition. Yeah, it's weird that it's the boy. Well, I guess like he probably like looked up to his father as someone he thought was like super, super tough and is super tough. But like there's other ways to be tough, as like we said. Can I ask you a question about Waki? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Mercatus. Apparently, yes. Oh, there he is. I was in a clinic about a half a year ago. He messed up on my OP something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, boy. So I go in, I get another doc to patch me up again. Yes, it sounded horrible. Waki has always been fond of fighting, and I'm afraid. I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake. It can happen. It can definitely happen. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it. It wasn't a mistake, but I remember my surgery, I went in for a very routine surgery. And they said they found like a bunch of complications like and stuff that they didn't expect to find. And all of a sudden, like I was like I woke up and I was like in a way worse state, and they were like, we fixed it, but holy hell, that was tough. I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Mercatus clinic a visit. Okay, cool. I should be getting home now. No problem, girl. No problem. We'll help Waki, okay? Waki's in your hands, Mr. Justice. Right. Leave it to me. Oh, I think you're only making her more nervous. Sorry, I'm new at this, okay? It's alright. I believe in you. Thank you. A lot of thank you. So we can move then to Almondores. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys very soon. you can check on the screen right now. There is what happens on the well, it won't be on screen. Maybe on screen now. I won't say now. We're gonna be setting it up. I'm gonna be showing you the events that happen in the Patreon and all like that, so you can see that yourself, and you can check that out if you want.